Hey everyone, this is Rocky from WeLearnChess.com, and I mentioned in a previous video that I would try to do some live streaming. I haven't really done a lot of it, so give it a shot. I was playing earlier this morning, getting crushed. Had a little bit of some distractions in the house, but I wasn't playing very well either. Okay, so we have this classical Nimzo. Rook e8 or d6. Rook e8, he can pin me, I guess. But with the queen on c3, sometimes you can jump your knight out with tempo. So I'm gonna just bump it once so that I always have g5 if I need to. And we'll play d6. If he plays e4, can I just take it? Takes, bishop takes, knight takes, bishop takes c7. Kamikaze knight. But then maybe the... Okay, well, anyway. Wonder if I should try to break the center already, but maybe I should develop first. Yeah, I'm gonna develop this knight, maybe play for c5. Because I know there's some lines, it's been a long time since I've looked at this, but there's some lines where, like, if you go through for those exchanges where, like, you jump with the knight and he takes your queen and you take white's queen, especially if your knight is already, like, on c5, you can have, like, both your knights bouncing around. Yeah, see here, this is interesting. Because if I jump to e4 right now with the knight, bishop takes, knight takes. Okay, if he takes the knight, I take the bishop. What is that? It's just even material. Even material. His pawns are broken up a little bit, though. But if he tries to take c7, he can't do that, actually, because I would be able to take his rook now that it's on this file. I wonder if I should play c5 first before trying to go for this. And then with my knight here, that would be... Then this pawn wouldn't even be here. But what if takes... Knight takes, then I do have a backward pawn there. Something feels right about it. If I play knight e4 and he just doesn't take my queen, like he just plays queen over, I can't take his bishop because the knight's there. So I'm going to feint out of this bishop first, potentially taking out this knight if I have to. Means I have to get this rook off the A file as well. I'm sort of preparing this idea where if he castles, I wonder if I can take, bishop takes. Knight here, he can just take it. Take with the pawn, I'm in a pin, but I also wonder if I can just sidestep it on the next move and then break the pin that way. I also have g5, bishop here, and then fork the two, the queen and the bishop. But then I really weaken my kingside. Every time I do that in these Nimzo games where I've played g5, like the computer, a lot of times when I've looked at games, they'll want you to play it, but it's really hard to play. Usually get attacked. So this is a 5-5 game, by the way. You've probably seen that. Take with the knight is kind of interesting. Leaves me with a backward pawn, though, which I'll probably lose at some point. But I've got ideas of jumping this knight in and attacking the queen. Let's try it. Okay, wait, what can he do here if I take the pawn? I'm going to try it. I know he can take here and mess up my pawn structure now, but feel like I've got active pieces. Like takes, pawn takes, and then playing my queen maybe even to f8 and over here. Oh, I could get the queens off. And then I lose this pawn. Okay. Alright, so probably the wrong decision. But I'd like to plant this knight on e4. Might be able to play f5 in some cases. Plays like bishop d3. Could just take it, then mess up his pawns and run the king. So I probably won't do that. Maybe I'll try to boot the knight now. But I mean, e4 is, at least until he can move his f pawn, it's a pretty good square. And it also protects this pawn. So I'll probably want to go there anyway. I do have to get my queen off the d file. Maybe knight e4 followed by f5, and then I can't really move my queen to any square. That knight's pretty pesky. Can that knight hurt me? Knight h4. So maybe queen c7. Keeps it on my d pawn. I wonder if I'll be able to play d5 at some point. Queen c7. But yeah, I'd like to get my rooks to the g file and try to use it since I created this terrible weakness. I don't want to play queen e7 because I might need that square for my king. Knight d4 is interesting, except that it kind of blocks off his pressure on the d file, so you probably won't do that. Okay, so just putting pressure on this pawn. So if knight e4, is he planning to just go bishop d3? We get f5 though. Okay, wait, knight e4, bishop d3, f5, takes, takes with the queen. He won't be able to take the queen. He could take here, takes, rook takes. I can at the very least mess up his pawns, but I probably want to keep the bishop there. Alright, I think I pretty much have to do this anyway. I didn't think about that. I'm not sure if this is a good idea, but just trying to get rid of my weakness here. I don't think he can move the queen somewhere and uncover an attack on my queen with his rook. Takes, takes. Yeah, okay. So, where to now? I mean, I could do e7, f8 here. That's pretty slow. On c7, I don't really have infiltration squares either, but it kind of slows down his... oh, I just dropped the f6 pawn. I'm such an idiot. Man. So stupid. That's the entire game right there. So dumb. I could try to just open up here. I'm probably not fast enough with my rooks. This is such a shame. He was so slow in the opening, I should have gotten something. If he doubles rooks, I try to do the same. Queen back here. Should I take it? Takes. Double the rooks, but he's faster to come in. It's got the d file, so I don't really want to trade queens. But if queen f4, then the problem is the next move is rook d7, and he's hitting this pawn twice. But I could move the queen somewhere, and then after rook d7, rook back. Really? Okay. So if I take this, he takes with check, takes, rook takes, and we're even material. Can I move the queen somewhere? Probably not. Yeah, he's lucky that came with check. I mean, sure he calculated, but okay. Could play f3, and after takes, he's got this check. I can go to a dark square, right? Down a pawn, but I've got this weak pawn here too. Bishop a6 doesn't really do a whole lot. He can protect that pawn, but it does free up my rook at least. But yeah, his rook is so active, I'm going to have a lot of trouble. I guess I should play f5, huh? 5 just to... Well, I can play f5 on the check, right? That's good. But he's also got rook d6, hitting this pawn and then potentially that pawn. So before I do that, so bishop c6. Yeah. Rook a7. Okay. Get onto a dark square and try to kick this rook. King e5. King e7 gets this rook all the way out, so let's do that. Rook d4. f5. c8, put some pressure on the pawn. Okay, now what? Rook c5 doesn't really accomplish anything, and plus he's got b5. Let's get this one in the same file as the king. Ah, so stupid. Damn it. I can just push the pawns. That was a terrible game. Alright. Let's see if we can get a rematch here. One and run, and the baby cried. Alright, well, I got my one game of chess in, and got to go tend to the baby. So, well, I guess we could take a look at this later, but that was just a totally dumb game by me. So, I'll catch you later.